Hello YouTube, and welcome to Mark on Life episode 2. As I told you the last episode, I'm an actor, so I might be talking about some actory shit. And today is no exception. So, for your viewing pleasure today, I'm going to go a bit high fidelity. Okay, we're going to do a top 5 list. So today's top 5 list is the top 5 things never to say to an actor. Okay? Now that might sound a bit self-indulgent because, you know, it's my job and, oh, don't say that to me, I'm such a careful little flower. But don't worry. Next week I will reverse everything. I will turn the table, if that's the right expression, and do a top 5 on annoying bloody things that actors do. Because I know we can be annoying little shits as well. So, there we go. This top 5 list is in no particular order and of severity or anything. It's just the things that we get asked all the time. And 99 out of 100 times, I'm sure there's absolutely no malice or anything meant behind them. But inadvertently, if you have asked an actor any of these things, you will have pissed them off most of the time. So just information. Okay, so let's get started. Number 5. What would I have seen you in then? Or, so what would I have seen you in recently? Or something like that. Probably the number 1 question asked to any actor when you meet them. Okay? I'll put this first because it's the question that's probably asked most genuinely. And it's probably really just trying to find out about a person as you would to anyone else. However, it inadvertently forces actors like myself who aren't famous or hugely successful yet to say probably nothing, which is a bit awkward, isn't it? Because if you had, you'd know about it. It's not like you could have a conversation, say, so, what would I have seen you in? Oh, you seen The Matrix? Yeah, I've seen The Matrix. Yeah, it's good, brilliant, isn't it? Yep, fantastic. You know the main character? Yeah, Neo, the lead character. That was me. Wasn't that played by Keanu? Yeah. I use a pseudonym, false name, for when I do Hollywood blockbusters. So yeah, that's what you would have seen me in. But no, I mean, Keanu Reeves. I know. What I do is I use a different height sometimes and hair and makeup. But it makes all the difference using a different accent. So yeah, that's what you would have seen me in. You've seen it, you liked it, you enjoyed it, so that's what you would have seen me in. Really? Yep. It's not going to happen, is it? Okay? And I know what you're thinking. What if it was a tiny little part in a recurring show that you might have done and they might have just missed you in it, okay? Something like The Beer or EastEnders. So we might go like this, okay? So what would I have seen you in recently, okay? Oh, yeah, I was in EastEnders. Yeah? What's EastEnders? Yeah, I do, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Who'd you play? I played Benny, the guy who was selling stuff on the street. Oh, yeah, cool, brilliant. When was that? About a week ago. See it? See me do my thing? Yeah, I probably did. Yeah, I mean, I can't remember because I watched so many things, but yeah. Oh well, congratulations, though. Thanks. Who gives a shit? You didn't fucking remember me. If you did, you'd know. I would replace this question with something like, what have you been doing recently? Okay. Now that might be just as embarrassing, but at least you can give an honest answer. A lot of actors are embarrassed if they're not doing anything. because it seems that this is the only industry where it is okay, or people think it is okay, to take the piss if you're not working. You know, oh, you're resting at the moment, are you? Yes, I am, you arsehole. Thanks very much for pointing it out. You wouldn't do it to any other job, would you? If someone was sacked from their banking job and now desperately looking for another one, you wouldn't say, oh, Dave, yeah, still looking for interviews, are you? No, you wouldn't do it. You'd say, oh, you know, I'm sure there'll be an interview around the corner. Well, good luck, mate, you know, or it's tough out there, or, you know, you wouldn't do that to anyone else, but to actors, for some reason it seems fine to ridicule them when they're out of work, which is not. So, but these days, when I get asked, I can't be asked to lie, because most actors will massage or try and exaggerate any small job they're doing out of embarrassment. Oh, I'm doing, oh, you know, a few things in the pipeline, and oh, God, loads of stuff, you know, plans, okay? Whereas you know, I'm not doing anything, nothing. Bit awkward for 10 seconds or so, but then it's an awkward question. Anyway, that's number 5. Number 4. You know what, you should get photos and a show reel. Brilliant. Thanks for that. Anything else? Should I think about emotions? Or we know this, okay? It's our job. We do it professionally. Well, we hopefully do it professionally. We get paid most of the time, if we're lucky. So we know we need photos. We know where to get them. We know how to get them. We know about show reels. But thanks for inquiring. Number 3. We get number 3 an awful lot. I'm going to give an example how number 3 goes. Okay. Imagine I'm a female now. Well, you know what? My friend Susan's cousin, she's an actress, and she did an advert last summer, and she got 30 grand for it. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that amazing? Yeah. I think she's just got a part in the new Superman film. So, you know, it's that easy, isn't it? Yeah. This is my amused face. That is the equivalent, right, of someone coming up to you and saying, I've just got a new job. It's brilliant. I'm a junior manager, and it's for 30 grand, you know, in the city. Isn't that great? And someone turning around and saying, yeah. My cousin just got a job as a senior manager for 40 grand. So that's, all right? Pissing on your bonfire, basically. Again, inadvertently, I'm sure. But really, don't want to know that everyone is doing fantastically better than us, okay? We get it all the time, okay? It's a constant battle to be getting work and to not try and feel jealous about everyone else around you, okay? Which is tough sometimes. So please don't remind us that people are being handed jobs left, right and centre, okay? Number 2. You know what? You should try presenting and singing. Why? You know, it's just ridiculous, okay? And I think, obviously it stems from this whole talentless X Factor bullshit, Big Brother kind of society we live in now, but they're not the same thing. It's like saying to a truck driver, why don't you be a Pilates instructor? Why would I? Well, because you just might want to. They're not the same thing. They're counted as the same thing because they're entertainment, but they're not the same thing. I'm not a singer. I can sing, so if I had to do a film or a play, I could sing in it, but not well enough to make a career of it, and I don't want to be a presenter, you know? So I'll leave that to the presenters, and I'll leave the singing to the singers. I'm an actor. And number one in the top 5 things you should never say to an actor is you should be an extra. No, I shouldn't. Okay. This one is at number 1 for a few reasons. It's very, very common for actors to be told they should do extra work. And it's always by people who are not in the business and don't understand the business. Unfortunately, this is a business that's very, very difficult to understand the intricacies of if you're not in it. So I don't begrudge any of these questions. I'm just trying to explain why they can be annoying. And this one in particular, because on the outside it would seem a good suggestion, you know, being an extra or a supporting artist as they're known. It's the same business, but it's a very different job. A very different job. Okay, and the same, similar to number 2, it's kind of like saying to an accountant, why don't you get a job as an actuary? You know, well, why would you? Just because it involves working with numbers a lot. It's a different job. People say, would there be any acting involved in doing extra work? Well, I'm sure there is. If you have to be in a party scene, you have to behave like you're in a party. If you have to be chased by Godzilla, you have to behave in that way. The difference is, though, that there was no casting involved. If you're an extra, you are placed in that role because of your physical type. They'll say, we need guys who look like bikers, aged 35, or we need party-goers, Hoxton kind of cool, trendy types, aged 18. And if you suit that type and you're on that agency's books, you'll get placed in that film, okay, with no audition at all, okay, which means you will have access to much more exciting work than actors a lot of the time. You know, actors are scrabbling around for tiny parts in adverts and fringe plays and independent films, while supporting artists will be doing Batman in a new Tarantino film because there is no casting involved. So while you might be involved in much more exciting work, it's not the same thing. Okay, and I would say the worst type of extra is one who has aspirations of acting, because you're going to want to be doing something different on set than what they want you to do. They want you to follow orders and basically sometimes be a living prop. And sometimes you get treated that way. I'm sure different companies are better and some are worse. But you have to expect that. And the best type of supporting artist is one who knows that. So, you know, you're paid quite well. You know, you're told where to go, when to be where. You know, take a book with you, and that's your job. Okay, nice and easy. But you're not there to talk to the director or the crew because you're just going to be in the way. So I think, again, really well-intentioned question, but it's a different job, and it won't help you out as an actor, which is why anyone who does supporting artist work, I would never advise putting it on your CV, your Spotlight, your IMDb, definitely, because it's just not the same thing. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that one. So that's it. That's my top 5 things never to say to an actor. I apologise if anybody takes offence to this. If so, leave a comment, or a video reply, and I'll discuss it with you openly. Like I say, these are just my opinion, the things that have annoyed me over the years, that you get asked 100 times. And like I say, I will turn the tables next week and we'll point out the fucking annoying things that actors do, which I'm sure you have all noticed as well. But that's all for this week. I hope you have enjoyed it. Please subscribe and all that, or favourite. I don't know how YouTube works. Yeah. Thanks for listening. This was Mark on Life, episode 2. See you later.